Today we are going to be taking a look at the Aolon Watch Curve. I bought this from AliExpress for about 120 Ghana cedis, which is less than $11. And for a watch this cheap boasting of a curved display, should you buy it? Well, in today's video we are going to find out. The packaging feels quite heavy and I can't wait to get inside the box. The upper part has this matte finish which feels premium. The lower part of the casing also has this nice finish with the Aolon logo. It feels nice and premium, although we've bought this for a very decent price. Well, this is the cheapest, most premium unboxing I've done so far. Inside the packaging, we have our manual, our instruction manual, written in multiple languages. Wow, this is quite intense. Let's put this aside for now. And then inside we have our watch. So first of all, let's take a look at the straps. The straps feel comfortable and flexible. I don't think this is going to give you any problem. And they also come with this locking mechanism to enable you to strap it in and out easily. So looking at the watch closely, we realize that it only has one button, which is this knob right here. Behind it, it has 8 sensors for making measurements and then its charging pin. The charger also attaches magnetically to the back of the watch and its grip is very firm. I don't think you are going to accidentally get this off. Without wasting much time, let's power on the watch and see what it can do. So you power on the watch by pressing and holding this. And there we have it, the Aolon Watch Curve. So looking closely at this watch, I realized that it does not have an actual curved display. So what they did was that they maintained a flat display, but then they curved the glass on top. So it appears to have a curved display, but in actual sense, it has a flat display. I don't know why they would sell a watch claiming it has a curved display, meanwhile it only has a curved glass. Well, this is a Chinese watch and for the price, it still looks good. I'm not saying in any way that the display is not good. The display is actually amazing. The IPS panel works great in most case scenarios, and for the price, I think it is good enough. Now, enough with the chit chats and let's get into this watch. So first off, we know that this button is able to rotate and it's able to help us navigate through our apps. First off, when you slide from the left, you get this cool side nav where you have icons of various applications in the watch you can access. When you swipe from the top, you get access to the notification panel where you can enter sleep mode. We can adjust our brightness. We can put the watch in power saver mode. We can manage our contacts. We can turn on the torch. And then we can also go to settings. So first off, we can adjust our display settings. We can change our brightness. We can change our sleep settings. I think this was being annoying, so let's send it to 30 seconds at least. Okay, so we can adjust our watch face right from the settings menu. Yeah, we can also choose to lock the watch face, and I'm going to explain in a minute what that means. We can also change our menu view You can also choose to enable wake on raise. When we come here, we can change our vibration mode. We can enable sound or disable sound. We can also change our vibration intensity. First, I was using it on soft, but I realized it was too soft. Even at strong, it doesn't really vibrate to my liking. We can also put it in DND. We can turn on battery saver from here as well. You can also change phone settings. We can disable or enable it. We can make a reset and stuff. Blah blah blah. We can also change our language, and with system settings, we have the option to restart, power off, or reset. It doesn't come with a lot of settings, but I think this is adequate enough for this price. So when you are on the home screen, you can change the dial by rotating this knob. Anytime you rotate the knob, it changes the dial. You also have the option to use custom pictures on the dial. So using the phone app, you can send custom pictures onto the watch. But one thing I realized is that when you send the pictures, they appear to be low resolution. You see that for some pictures, they appear to pixelate just like my face. It has pixelated. I don't know if you can see this clearly, but on the watch, it doesn't really look very clear unless you're looking at it from a distance. So aside that, I like the display. You can change the dials. It also has the dial library, which we'll take a look at when we go to the app. So let's strap the watch in, set it up with the mobile app, and then see if we can make good use of it. So strapping in the watch is not very tedious. It has this locking mechanism that allows you to strap it in with little effort. So first of all, you have to put in the part that doesn't have the locking mechanism. After that, you press this and then you push the watch in. Then this locks. It doesn't come off until you unlock it over here. I'm going to do the same with the second arm. I'm going to put this side in first. And then I'm going to lock it. So the app's user interface was very, very nice. It was responsive, and overall I think it was a very good user experience. You get to see your activities on first glance. The watch also measures sleep, and I think by far it was quite accurate. One thing I also noticed was that the watch had workout classes inbuilt. So it has a free fitness program that you can join. You can just download for free, and then you can use that to exercise. So I think this is a cool feature for those who like to work out wearing this watch. It has a self-trainer. It has a lot of practice videos that you could probably benefit from. Most Chinese smartwatches do not come with these features because they are usually cheap, and then they tend to opt out in these useful features. But the Aolon Watch comes with all this embedded to give you a nice user experience. I think I liked it overall. The watch also has watch faces that you can choose to add by clicking on the face gallery. You browse through available faces and then you download one, upload it onto the watch. So if I wanted a new watch face, I'll just have to click and then I upload it onto the watch. It also has a huge watch face library that has been categorized. I really like that they categorized it because now you can just look at it and then select from your preferred category. So we have art, new watch faces, recommended, funny, colorful, etc. So you can just go into one of these and then select your watch face based on your preference. I think I'm going to stick with this because I like this most. So if you select one, you just have to click apply and then that's all. We also have our battery percent displayed here on the watch interface. So you can monitor your battery percent even with your phone. You can also make a few settings. We can enable notifications from here. We can find our device in case you've lost it. We can set alarms, wall clock. I think these are basic infos. And then there's others. This is where we can change our time. We can change our unit system. We can change all these settings. And we can add our menstrual cycle and all those stuff. So before we pronounce our final verdicts on this watch, let's try to make some measurements. So I'm first going to try a heart rate measurement without putting on the watch to see if it's able to detect whether I'm wearing the watch or not. Okay, that's a good sign. It's able to detect whether I'm wearing it or not. So I'm going to put it on now and then try again. So this took a while, and then I think the reason why they did that because they wanted to ensure accuracy. I cross-checked with my blood pressure monitor, and then I think the values were almost equal. So I think the heart rate monitoring is not always perfect, but usually it gives consistent values. I also cross-checked the pedometer, and I think it was okay. I counted my steps, measured it with a watch, and I think it was usually off by 1 or 2 steps, but I think that's generally acceptable. So what's my take on the Aolon Watch Curve? Honestly speaking, for the price, I think it's a very good deal. You could get better watches even from Chinese manufacturers, but I think for the price, I'll stick with this. Well, thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions, any recommendations, kindly leave it in the comment section down below. If you've not yet subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe and enable notifications so that you do not miss out. Until we meet again, bye bye.